When looking for a correlation between two things, it's important that we take all of the data into consideration. Let's say you take a survey to see if there is a correlation between the amount of sleep a student gets a night and how good their grades are. This table shows the results you received, recorded as the average GPA found between students for each hour of sleep received at night. At a first glance, you may notice that the students who got 10 hours of sleep a night have a high average GPA. This implies that there's a positive correlation, right? Not quite. What about the fact that the students who slept only 4 hours a night have the lowest average GPA? Doesn't that indicate a correlation? Wrong again. To determine whether or not there is a correlation, look over all the data. Does there seem to be a pattern or trend that as the hours of sleep increases, the GPA either increases or decreases? Look at the students who slept 6 hours a night. They have the highest GPA. Throughout the data, there is no trend, so there is no correlation. If you're still not convinced, look at the graph of the data. This clearly shows a lack of correlation. Even though our data showed that the students who slept 10 hours a night had a high GPA, and those who slept 4 hours a night had the lowest GPA, this is not enough to dictate a correlation. All of the data must be considered and a general trend must be observed. Let's say for this survey, we got these results instead. Then we could claim that there is a positive correlation between the hours of sleep a student gets a night and the average GPA, because as the hours increase, so does the GPA. When you're looking for correlation in a set of data, make sure you review all the data points and look for the general trend. If you're having a hard time determining whether or not there's a trend, plot it out on a quick graph and the correlation will quickly become apparent.